Number 2. So if we're dealing with a pyramid like so, this is how it would look. In this case, it could be any base you want, but make it into a pentagonal pyramid in this case. So now the question is, how would you find the volume of this one? In our case, let's say we give you that this is 10, and it could be 10 inches. And we also know that the height is 25 inches, okay? So the only thing that's missing here is you have to find the apothem. In a case like this, we're going to give you that the apothem or apothem equals 6 inches. Okay, so with that in mind, how would you find the volume? Now, going back to what some of you were asking before, you got to identify which formula to use. Now, is this a prism? No, it's what we called it earlier. It's a pyramid, right? With a pyramid, how do you find the volume of a pyramid? 1/3. There you go, 1/3 area of the base times the height. Okay, so with that in mind, now the tough part about this question is you've got to find the area of the base. So whatever that base is, like above our heads, you know, we have the tetrahedron, and those all have triangular bases, and they're still pyramids. But this thing, you got to find the area of the base. Now, do you remember, and this is going to be important, if you're finding the area of this base, what is the area of any polygon?
ASN.
What is that?
ASN.
Yep, 1/2 ASN, or we've used 1/2 AP. What's the P stand for?
Horizon.
That's the perimeter of the base. So in our case, we have the apothem, so it's 1/2 times, what's our apothem?
6.
6. And then our perimeter of that base is how much? 50, very good. It's 10 times 5 sides, so you have 50. That's where that SN comes from, the side length times the number of sides. So SN will also work for the P. So in our case, if you're finding the area, what's 1/2 times 6 times 50? Yeah, let's see. How much? 150, that's right, Wallace. So you've got 150, because 6 times 50 is 300 times 1/2. So the base has an area of 150. Okay, so this is the second type of question you could expect when you're dealing with volume of 3D objects. So we've got, now we have the area, which we can put in here, which is 150. And then to finish off the problem, what was the height of the whole pyramid? 25. So really, then it just becomes using your calculator to multiply that out. Can you take a third of 150 times 25 and finish it for us? 1,250. You agree with Kyle?
Yes.
Okay, 1,250. And now we have this in inches. So what are the units again?
Inches.
Inches cubed or cubic inches. So that's a second type of problem, dealing with a pyramid.